Hello. I'm going to do what the vloggers do and talk to the camera because I'm feeling, hmm, I'm really feeling lost. Let me just open the door. I'm really just feeling lost because I'm in DBT therapy, and the last session I had was on Monday for group. Every Monday we have group. And we talked about, we're talking about distress tolerance right now and the different skills going along with it. This is the second one we're covering, and it's called pros and cons. I've done this skill before. I've mainly done this skill for suicidal behaviors and thoughts, mainly behaviors like cutting and just other things that could, like other things like that, harmful behavior. So for that, it was like, oh, no brainer. Like, that's a crisis. Yeah, I definitely, need to do these things. Well, this time I'm not like, I don't suffer from that anymore. I don't really struggle with cutting and suicidal thoughts and behaviors anymore. So I was like, well, what would be a crisis for me now? Because like that's not a crisis for me anymore. So I have a lot of unhealthy coping skills, but I don't know which one to do first. Like, because it's too much to do all of it. I want to do one or two at a time, but I don't know which one to choose. I feel like I need to do the alcohol one, like try to get that one under control. But I really don't want to address it. I mean, I kind of do it and I kind of don't, but when I think about the alcohol, I'd rather work on my relationship with food because I feel like that is a big reason for the alcohol. Like, the alcohol helps me to not feel guilty about what I consume. And it, a lot of times, takes off the hunger. Like, if I'm hungry or I'm thinking about food, it takes that thought away. And I think that's why I was so interested in drinking in the first place. So I know that that's like the more prominent one because I do it every day, whereas like my eating habits, like, relatively aren't that I don't have an eating disorder. I mean, I definitely do have unhealthy eating. Like, my relationship with food is not good, but like my vitals and stuff are fine. But and so I'm like, basically what I'm trying to say is, in terms of like disordered eating habits, they're not every day. They're not as bad as they have been. They're not as bad as they could be. They've gone down in my experience. And that's because of the alcohol. When I wasn't drinking, I was doing a lot more eating disordered behaviors. So I still feel like it's the eating disorder. Not that I have an eating disorder, but it's the disordered eating thoughts that control my mind. And then when I was thinking about like all the other things like weed and alcohol and appetite suppressants and all that stuff, it's all oral. And it's all because I'm trying to not eat. That's either because I've binged too much and I still want to continue to binge, but I want to stop, or I'm trying to lessen my intake. And I am hungry, but I don't want to eat. I'm trying to resist that temptation. It's also kind of hard because like the past session that I had my one-on-one individual sessions with my therapist, we talked about inner shame and exploring that some more. And ever since she said it, I can't help but notice that definitely is an ingrained part of me. So I'm kind of shocked and stunned. And it was also mentioned at the very end of the session, so I'm not sure what exactly she's like, can we go forward in like exploring this? But I don't actually know like what that means, like what she's anticipating for our next session or anything like that. So that's leaving me a little iffy. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I'm not sure like what that means, where our sessions are going to go from here. It's kind of scary to me. I don't have any homework to work on, and I usually feel best when I do have some sort of work, so I've been trying to like teach myself and do all these other things, and I think I might be taking on too much. And then I had my session with my psychiatrist, and that one was difficult too. So these past 3 sessions, it's like something different happened, and I'm not feeling like I'm in a good spot. I'm kind of in like this, I don't know what to do, but I want to get through the skills, but I can't. Like for the pros and cons. Okay, so I've kind of talked to myself of like, keep the alcohol for now and address the relationship with food. I know it's as simple as eat when you're hungry and stop when you're full. That's the only relationship that I should have with food. I get it. But I don't know how to follow that. It's hard when I feel guilty. I don't know. Anyway, I tried to call my therapist because they were like, anytime you need me, just reach out. So I called twice. I called the first time and I was sent to her voicemail, and I hung up because I was scared. The second time I called back, I was prepared to leave a voicemail, but the line was busy, so I had to leave a voicemail with the receptionist and not my actual therapist. I didn't do that. So yeah, that's that. Maybe I'll show my therapist this, but maybe not.